Good morning, OHS. Today is Thursday, November 5th, and it's a B day. I am your host, Derek Sabatini. Here is your co-host, Mr. Bach.
Thanks, Derek. Good morning. On today's show, we'll be sharing some information about a can collection challenge, a coffee fundraiser, and of course, your Buccaneer sports. But before we get into that, let's send it over to Mrs. Nelson for today's weather.
Thank you, Mr. Bach. Today, there will be a high of 63 and a low of 49 with partly cloudy skies. For the 5-day forecast, it will stay cloudy this week with temperatures staying around the high 50s and low 60s. That's all for today's weather. Now let's send it back to the boys for the rest of today's announcements.
Thanks, Mrs. Nelson. On today's announcements, the class of 2022 will be holding a can collection challenge. Any junior may return cans and bottles to either Great Lakes Recycling Center locations for the entire 2020 and 2021 school year. Junior class students, families, and friends must tell the employees the students' names they wish to donate for under the class of 2022. A prize will be given each quarter to the student who wins the challenge by redeeming the most cans to the OHS class of 2022 account. If you have any questions, please contact Miss J. Quinn and Miss Kowski. The freshman class is holding a coffee fundraiser next week. If you are interested in supporting the freshman class, please use the link below. That's all for today's announcements. Now let's send it over to Mr. Bach with today's sports.
Thanks, Derek. For today's sports, we have the Green Bay Packers facing off against San Francisco 49ers at 8:20 for Thursday Night Football. Go Niners. Locally, the Oswego Buck tennis team faces off against East Syracuse in Oswego at 4:30. Again, weather depending. You never know with tennis. We also have the girls varsity soccer team facing off against East Syracuse at 5. If you can, tune into WBUC looking for those live streams. Stay safe and support your teams without putting yourself at others' risk. That's all for today's sports. Now let's send it back over to Derek.
Thanks, Mr. Bach. With all of the chaos of students and teaching alike getting used to online schooling, many people have their opinion. Let's see how this new way of learning is working with people at OHS. Hello, I'm Derek Sabatini, and today I'm joined with Jack Anzalone.
Hello.
For my first question, what are the pros and cons of online schooling?
The pros is definitely I get more sleep. Wednesdays are amazing. I love Wednesdays. But the cons are that it's incredibly boring.
For my second question, what is the most difficult part about adjusting to online schooling?
Probably the new schedule. How it's not as early in the morning. That was weird at first.
Those were some great answers, Jack. Now let's send it back over for the rest of your announcements.
Wow, that was some pretty interesting information there, Derek. So I guess, what do you think about the online learning? Just, what's your thought on it?
It's going pretty well for what we can do. There's nothing we can really do to go back to school, so we're all trying the best we can.
Yeah, I really think that, Mrs. Nelson and I really feel that, kids are trying their hardest at least. So, let's stay positive with that and, kind of keep going in that right direction.
Mm-hmm. That's all for today's show. Have a great day, OHS.